Omaha, y'all make some noise for Bud Crawford.
I like to thank everybody.
You know, I just know, the caliber of fighter that Errol is. You know, just like I know the caliber fighter of Tim. You know, I think both of them have taken a lot of damage in their career so far. But I just think, Errol skill-wise, just edge.
I couldn't think of a better scenario. He's a great fighter. I'm a great fighter. This fight, is happening now. I think it's happening at a great time. Terence is my dancing partner. I feel like we're gonna make each other great.
I wanna, show everybody that I'm back and I'm better than before.
Terence Crawford shared his first reaction after training alongside Errol Spence ahead of the massive showdown with Tim Tszyu. Crawford said Spence looks sharp, focused, and fully confident, believing the truth is what it takes to shock Tszyu on fight night.
Great, because we hold each other accountable. Like today, I'm like, man, nah, but he like, man, come on. I'm like, all right, let's go. And those are the moments that is defining in a fight, where those last rounds that your body is telling you no, but your mind is like, let's go. So it all works.
Errol Spence is pushing himself to the limit in training camp, showing fresh motivation and intense focus as he prepares to silence doubters and prove he still belongs among boxing's elite.
Definitely, a long road to get to this point. Stuff takes time. My dad always say, man, he's so stubborn. Yeah, I'm stubborn, but my stubbornness, that's what got me.
Spence discusses his mindset, believing this fight will shape how his career is remembered, seeing it as an opportunity to reclaim his place at the top of boxing.
The old school fight. This is what my dad used to talk to me about when he used to watch fights 40 years ago, when you had Tommy Hearns and Ray Leonard and all the greats, the four kings, and people adored them because they're really competitive fighters, blood and gut.
Spence has always been known for his pressure fighting, body punching, and physical strength. Much of the camp has reportedly centered around sharpening those strengths again.
This is one of them fights that would be talked about forever.
Spence has always been known for his pressure fighting, body punching, and physical strength, and much of the camp has reportedly centered around sharpening those strengths again.
Trainers have emphasized that elite conditioning will be critical against a younger, aggressive fighter like Tszyu, who is expected to bring constant pressure and power.
Our work, is going to benefit, my kids, my mother, my father, so I know it's not just me, and that's one of the things I had to realize again once the car accident and, certain things happened, and realize that it's not just me, I'm in there, not just me, I'm fighting for everybody, because everybody's sacrificing their own way.
And you're gonna control.
And when it gets hard, I'll be like, man, I don't know if I can do this. But then I'll be like, my kids deserve better. Now I'm gonna keep working, I'm gonna keep grinding.
Spence explains he knows he cannot afford to fade late in the fight, especially after years outside the ring. Conditioning has reportedly become one of the central focuses of camp.
It's gonna come down to fortitude. He faced a lot of things that shows that he has the mental fortitude and mental toughness. And I think that that's gonna play a big role in Errol becoming undisputed.
Sparring sessions have been intense and highly strategic. Spence's team appears focused on recreating the style and rhythm of Tszyu in training, using sparring partners who can pressure forward, throw combinations, and force exchanges at close range.
If I didn't train as hard, it's gonna dawn on me during fight night. I'm kind of like a worry freak. It's only your fault when somebody exploits you and bring out that weakness that you already knew you had, but you didn't change the results of it. It's better to do it now and not have to worry about your legs getting tired in the fight, because the fight's too late. I'm doing everything, training hard, sparring hard, running hard.
The goal, as stated in this interview, is to sharpen timing, reflexes, and defensive awareness while helping Spence regain comfort under live pressure.
Save you out there. You're on your own. If I miss a tackle, I got someone to get my back. If I drop the ball, someone can pick me up. If Earl drops the ball, that's over. It's over.
While his opponent seeks an edge high above sea level, Spence hunts for his in the searing Texas heat. He knows in the pick'em blockbuster ahead, the smallest of margins could tip the outcome.
It's just a tough, gritty gym. It's old school. If you can get through being in a 100-something degree gym, sparring and training, once you get in front of those bright lights, it's pretty easy for me.
Spence believes he still has unfinished business in boxing. He wants to remind fans and critics that one difficult loss does not erase years of elite performances and championship accomplishments. His confidence seems rooted not only in his physical abilities, but also in his understanding of the sport.
Conditioning doesn't stop. We spar like 12 or 13 rounds a day. He's a worker. He understands like what it's going to take to be successful.
That's why he's the best coach in boxing, because he don't try to pamper me. When I look like, he gonna say I look like, I don't care how big you get, ain't nobody get pampered, and he gonna critique me like I'm a grown man. Appreciate you, man.
No doubt.
Real. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do.
That's how my best coach has been.
Social media people telling you how great you are. You ain't got nobody telling you, hey, tighten up. That's how you fall off. That's how you get up there and drop down.
Crawford says in this interview that he has long respected Errol Spence Jr., dating back to Spence's amateur and Olympic career. He insists he was a genuine fan before they ever became rivals, having followed Spence's early development and supported his rise in boxing.
My motto is, I'm the big fish. I'm the shark in the ocean. Put me in there with other sharks. I want my fans to see that I'm facing a real champion, a real fighter who's just as hungry as me, the big fish. If I lose, it would be because he's better than me. It wouldn't be just because I didn't train 100% or I wasn't focused. I feel understruck, but I just feel like another fighter can't be.
Greg Hackett acknowledges that Spence has clearly been training and believes his mentality is focused and serious, showing a mindset of having work to do and ignoring outside opinions.
His fan.
I'm right.
Like, people always thought like they thought I didn't like him and all that. I'm a Spence fan.
No,
like when we the build up, I'm like, man, hey, let me get your autograph. You know what I mean? Because I watched you come up. I'm older than you, but I watched you, rooted for you when you was in the amateurs, when you was in the Olympics, all that, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you came when I fought in Dallas and Arlington. You was there watching me fight. You know what I mean? It's okay to say you a fan. Right. You know what I mean? It's okay. Like, I was a fan of Spence. Like, I'm still a fan. I hope he do well and things like that. But
according to Hackett and Tszyu need to come out aggressively using his jab and avoiding distractions or verbal exchanges. If they trade freely, either fighter can win, but the smarter one will have the advantage. Spence won't be able to bully Tszyu throughout, though he may have moments of control, and Tszyu will also have opportunities.
Honestly, I don't know what to expect as far as his eyes. I haven't seen him in the sparring session. I haven't seen him in anything, in the gym. I seen him in the gym. I know he's been training, but I haven't seen him. So I can't say, like, his eyes and reflexes, I can't say what they're going to look like. But I know his mentality is, I got work to do. So, I mean, when Tim Tszyu said, well, you didn't even want to my hand, I don't got it again. We get ready to fight. That let me know that Errol Spence is in the right state of mind. He understands. He got work to do, pain to put in. You know what I'm saying? I like it. I think Tim Tszyu is looking at it like a lick. Like, he think Errol.
Errol's former rival Sean Porter has dismissed concerns about his sharpness and physical strength following his extended layoff. Porter argues that Spence has not been inactive in terms of development, but instead has stayed mentally involved in boxing and maintained discipline throughout his time away. Porter believes Spence has also removed himself from negative influences, using the break as a chance to reset mentally and emotionally. Rather than seeing the layoff as a decline, he views it as a potential advantage that could make Spence even more focused and dangerous. He emphasizes that elite fighters do not lose their core skills easily and suggests Spence has benefited from recovery after years of intense competition, injuries, and personal challenges.
Errol have to do to be successful, and then what does Tim have to do to be successful?
Tim got to come out and be aggressive with a jab and not getting caught up in little arguments where they going back and forth with each other. You know, if they sitting there trading back and forth, they either one of them got a shot. But whoever's being a little bit smarter than the other, I think has a chance. I think that's how this fight goes. I don't think Errol Spence just going there and just bully Tim Tszyu. But I think it'll be spots where he could play bully. I don't think Tim Tszyu could go in there and just do what he wants to Errol, but it's going to be spots he can get off. You know, whoever's the smarter fighter wins it.
Analysts discuss Errol Spence's move to 154 pounds, framing it as a major shift in the junior middleweight division. They note that Spence's arrival immediately reshapes the division, especially with Keith Thurman and Sebastian Fundora also positioned in key fights that could determine future unification scenarios. They emphasize that every possible combination among Spence, Tszyu, Thurman, and Fundora produces compelling, high-stakes matchups rather than mismatches. Spence's willingness to take on a dangerous opponent like Tszyu after a long layoff is highlighted as evidence of his competitive mindset and confidence. Right now, the 154 pounds division has become one of the most intriguing in boxing, with multiple elite-level fights that could easily reshape the championship landscape.
He's, like he told me, he's been moving, he's been active. It hasn't specifically been boxing, but in his mind, and I'm inclined to agree with him. I've been moving. I've stayed away from the negative vices that I've had, and I've just been with my family. He seems like he's in a good, positive space, and I think that for him, for some of us, this is work. For other people, like some guys really love this thing and can't live without it and all that kind of stuff. I think for Errol, it's like a little blend of both. Like he loves boxing. He loves this aggressive, physical nature of this sport, and on top of that, he get to make money doing it. You know, so I think that when he says, you know, well, when the question's presented to him, why are you here? The answer for him is, I can still do it, and I still like it. So I'm gonna.
Tim Bradley suggests that Tszyu has a noticeable breaking point when placed under sustained pressure. He argues that Tsyu's past fights and in-ring injuries may have left psychological effects, including moments of hesitation and vulnerability when exchanges become intense. Bradley believes these factors could become significant weaknesses against a high-level opponent. He then shifts to a stylistic breakdown of the fight, emphasizing that Spence holds clear physical and technical advantages.
Spence, there's rumors that he's coming back against
Tim Tszyu.
Matter of fact, right, exactly. A common opponent, you know. So maybe even though I think Errol has said, I'm never fighting Keith Thurman, no matter what.
But if that's the case, if Keith Thurman beats Fundora, now you got 2 belts. There's nowhere else you can go.
Well,
they would have to fight each other.
Errol will have to get past Tim Tszyu,
right?
And that can be built, not mega fight.
No,
but
I would say that's a mega fight.
You would, yeah.
I would say that's a mega fight.
I think so. What do you think, Caleb?
If they both win with knockouts, Errol Spence wins with a knockout, Keith Thurman wins with a knockout, that's not a mega fight.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe he's speaking to like the fact because of where they're in their careers.
Right.
But at the same time, I mean, I think that's just as an exciting fight as any, regardless of who wins, between the Errol Spence and Tim Tszyu, and whether Fundora and Keith Thurman. I mean, out of those 4 people, there's not really a bad match.
According to Bradley, Spence's size, southpaw stance, and deep experience against elite competition make him a difficult challenge for Tszyu. He notes that Spence's ability to control distance, apply pressure, and trade effectively from the left-handed stance could trouble Tszyu throughout the fight. Bradley pushes back against critics who dismiss Errol Spence Jr. due to his inactivity, arguing that time away from the ring does not erase elite skill or experience. He emphasizes that ring character, composure, and proven performance against top-level opposition are far more important than recent activity alone. Bradley suggests that Spence's long career against high-caliber opponents has already built a kind of toughness and adaptability that cannot be easily lost. He maintains that elite fighters retain their core abilities even after layoffs, especially when they have deep amateur and professional experience.
Think he gonna play with Tim Tszyu? Nah, hell no. Yeah, got the two-tone guts in that bad boy. Yeah, woo-hoo-hoo, I'm trying to tell y'all, he ain't playing with no damn Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu, listen to me, Tim still got some pop on his shots, But damn it, once I see a breaking point in a fighter, shit, that's all I need to see. And I know Spence see it too. Tim Tszyu, he got a breaking point, people. That's the problem with him. Okay? He's had some traumatic experiences. Not outside the ring, but inside the ring. For sure. When he got that cut on top of his head, all of that, oh man, he be having flashbacks. The headbutt or something, oh yeah. PTSD like a mug. You know, that's what I see. This is what I see with my eyes. This is what I see. I'm just letting y'all know, right? And he get in there with somebody that he far more superior than, then he look like $1 million. He flying on all cylinders. But the minute he get in there with like a Bakaram, Martazaliev, he get knocked out. You know? Knocked the hell out. Spence bigger than him.
Many analysts believe as that this fight will ultimately be shaped by timing, experience, and the contrasting paths both fighters have taken to reach this moment.
He's bigger than him. Spence is willing to punch with him. Yeah, and you know that, man. Tim Tszyu don't move his damn head for nothing in the world. And he got his ass whooped by a southpaw. And Spence is what? A southpaw. Now, I know y'all gonna be like, man, well, it's a lot of inactivity, Tim. A lot of inactivity. When you elite, and you working, and you sacrificing, and you running, and you training, and you weight training, and you doing what you need to do to get ready, you know, the time don't damn matter. Because guess what? The miles are already in it. The experience is already in it. There's a lot of character in this damn car that's being restored. A lot of character in Spence. And the last time he was in the ring, he showed his character. Yeah. So, if y'all want to discount Spence or disqualify his abilities on just inactivity, go ahead. I'm not. Hell no, I'm not. No, I know what type of beast he is. Spence is the damn beast, a future Hall of Famer. And if you didn't know, now you damn.
Tim Tszyu is widely recognized for his consistency and activity, having remained sharp through frequent competition and staying in a strong competitive rhythm. In contrast, Errol Spence Jr. brings a long championship pedigree, elite-level experience, and the added challenge of returning after an extended period away from the ring.
You know, it's a good little fight for him. Man been out 3 years. Tim Tszyu been active, former world champion. You know, he ain't going to get nobody we don't know. I can't do nothing but salute him, take my hat off for him, and see how he go to work. I think he gonna be fine. He looked like he's in good shape, you know? He ain't look all out of shape. He looked like, you know, he looked good. You know, he looked mentally all there. And, I mean, them little 3 years, like I said, I told him as soon as it happened, I said, okay, he had other stuff going on, you know, other stuff going on. That was a 5-year accumulation, a lot of stuff he did going through the rigmaroles with Bud, trying to figure out if they was gonna fight and building up his reputation and all this stuff. That was a lot. He been doing this since 2012. That was a lot, you know, so 3 years off, you know, he come in contact with life too. Come in contact with life too. It ain't just about us and what we want to do and what we want to see. He got a life. He in there, you know, so he did right. And I'm glad to see him come.